I'm going to tell you something that hasn't really been shared outside of those who investigated the shooting. In the classroom where the shooter tore those kids apart is a whiteboard. On one side of that whiteboard was a banner that said "Lovebirds" and had the names of some of these innocent kids who were dating. It listed 4 puppy love couples. 3 of those pairs included kids who were murdered in that classroom that very day. The other side of what that whiteboard had was empty. However, the attacker scooped up the blood of his victims and smeared it into a disgusting message there. What he wrote in innocent blood right next to that Lovebirds banner was the phrase LOL. Laughing out loud. That's what he thought of. That's what he thought of about what he'd done. His message to us wasn't anger or hatred, just something flippant. He celebrated that he could do what he did. That's his critique of us because we let this happen.
One of the ugliest and most embarrassing moments in the history of journalism, Fox issued a statement saying, quote, "We are pleased to have reached a settlement of our dispute with Dominion voting systems. We acknowledge the court's rulings finding certain claims about Dominion to be false. The settlement reflects," I'm sorry, this is going to be difficult to say with a straight face. "This settlement reflects Fox's continued commitment to the highest journalistic standards. We are hopeful that our..." Sorry.
Here at what I got at the gas station. I ain't had one of these shits in probably 20 years. We used to play with them though. This is what I used to do.
"Hey, you, what's your problem?" "Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you said. When you come around here last week and you's calling and I ain't even got my check."
Three rules you have to follow if you're part of my wolf pack. Number 1, for all you beta males, make sure to show those canines. Rule number 2, start wagging them tails, ladies. Rule number 3, when Papa tells you to sit, you better sit.
As many of you know, today in court, Dominion Voting Systems settled with Fox News in their defamation lawsuit for a sum of $787,500,000, one of the largest lawsuits in U.S. history. Please keep in mind that this hearing was only to prove malice. A previous judge has already ruled that Fox News did in fact push lies about election fraud to the public. Fox News even admitted to lying in the courtroom today. The decision these 3 supervisors made was a direct result of that now proven disinformation. 111,000 Shasta County voters are now disenfranchised due to the disinformation-based decisions by these 3 supervisors when they voted to cancel the Dominion contract that directly went against 68% of the county's voters. Here is a short video of a recent podcast featuring Supervisor Kevin Cry.
I'm asking, like, kind of like the Dominion vote. Like, I didn't want to terminate it right before the election because that's a whole host of problems, especially since military ballots already went out. And I don't think there's any problem with our local elections, but it's a greater thing that I think the public, or I know the public, wants some answers on.
So I guess my question to you, Mr. Cry, is if you didn't find anything wrong with our local election systems, why did you vote to get rid of them? This is your chance to comment.
I'll comment. You lost your chance of me commenting when you emailed and harassed.
I didn't harass anybody. That's an accusation. You're not allowed to do that in your position. You know that, right? That is not harassment
you
whatsoever.
harass.
I sent one email. That's It's not harassment. You can't accuse me of that. You're not allowed to do that. You just violated the terms of your position just now.
Absolutely not. I'm telling the truth. And the truth is, you're a spiteful, vengeful person that I've invited in to have conversations with.
You're just accusing me of stuff now, and I'm trying to bring the truth to you. So you get flustered. You get angry. This is how you've been. I know a lot more about you than you think. And I wish that you had the integrity to be a good politician and do the right thing.
Thank God I'm not a good politician, because that's what our country is.
Now, how come in any religious text there's no female prophets? No female prophets. Is it because God is sexist? No, I'll tell you why. It's because only men have the delusional confidence that it takes to become a prophet. I think a woman hears the voice of God and is like, what the is wrong with me? Am I losing my mind? Maybe she has a glass of wine, she tells a friend, but a man hears the voice of God and is like, gather around, I am the chosen one. You're like, what about that lady? That lady can speak to God, and he's like, that's a witch, all right? We should burn her ass. God told me to.